Let us begin. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Lady of Lourdes, attentive and compassionate Mother, today we place ourselves before you with all that we are and with all that weighs upon our hearts. We do not bring beautiful words or empty promises. We bring the bare reality of our lives, with pains that repeat themselves, with situations that seem unable to move forward, with requests that have been made so many times that even our voice grows tired, yet the need remains. Mother of Lourdes, you know the urgency that has brought us here. You know that this request is not born of curiosity, but of the real need for an immediate miracle. There is something that needs an answer. There is a situation that can no longer wait. There is a human limit that has already been reached. And it is precisely at this point that we place ourselves under your maternal gaze, trusting that you do not ignore any sincere cry. Just as in Lourdes water sprang forth as a sign of healing, we ask that today a response may also spring forth, an opening, a relief, a clear intervention of God upon what seems stuck, blocked, or without solution. Most Holy Mother, touch now this concrete cause that we carry in silence. Visit this pain that few know. Enter into this situation that seems impossible to human eyes, but that is nothing before divine power. Our Lady of Lourdes, present this request to your Son. We do not ask that everything be explained, only that it be cared for. We do not ask for easy paths. We ask for a sign that we are not alone. May what causes anguish today begin to be wrapped in providence. May despair give way to hope. May fear make room for trust. If there is illness, may the touch of healing come. If there is conflict, may reconciliation come. If there are closed doors, may one open at the right time. If there are hidden tears, may they be gathered with tenderness. Mother of Lourdes, receive this prayer as one receives a tired child who reaches the end of the day in need of shelter. May the heart find rest at this moment, even before the visible answer, because we trust that you are already interceding. Our Lady of Lourdes, in this second moment of our prayer, we remain before you without masks and without defenses. We do not hide the weariness that has accumulated over time, nor the feeling that we have already done everything within our reach. There are situations that consume us inwardly, silently, and make the heart waver between faith and discouragement. You know this inner movement because you are Mother, and you know how to read what is unspoken. There are people who arrive at this prayer carrying sleepless nights, recurring thoughts, worries that return as soon as silence settles in. Others carry the weight of responsibilities that cannot be postponed, decisions that demand an immediate answer, problems involving family, work, health, or dignity. None of this is unfamiliar to you, Mother of Lourdes. You know every detail and every consequence of what we are living through now. Therefore, we ask you, enter with your care where we can no longer sustain things on our own. Calm the mind that does not stop. Support the heart that feels pressured. Give clarity where there is confusion. Give firmness where there is fear of making mistakes. When everything seems to demand haste, teach us to trust that God is never late, even when He acts in silence. Our Lady of Lourdes, help us not to lose hope in the midst of urgency. Help us not to turn pain into despair, nor waiting into rebellion. Bring order where everything seems out of place. Adjust what is misaligned. Remove what is blocking the path, and prepare what needs to happen so that this miracle may manifest itself in a concrete and serene way. If the heart is wounded, pour out consolation. If faith is fragile, strengthen it. If the soul is restless, bring peace. May this moment of prayer be not only a request, but also a place of rest. May we feel, even now, that something is being cared for, guided and sustained by the hands of God, under your maternal intercession. Our Lady of Lourdes, in this third moment of the prayer, we entrust what makes us most fragile, the fear that nothing will change. This fear that is born after so many frustrated attempts, so many broken expectations, so many human promises that were not fulfilled. At times it disguises itself as resignation, at other times as silence, but it remains there, slowly wounding hope. You know this feeling, and you do not reject it. Mother of Mercy, look now upon that exact point in our lives where trust has been shaken, where we no longer know how to wait without suffering, where the heart asks itself in silence whether it is still worth believing. Do not allow this pain to close us off inwardly. Do not let urgency turn into hardness or discouragement. And sustain us with your serene presence. In Lourdes, many arrived without certainties, only with need. Many could not explain their faith. They simply felt they needed to be there. And it was in that place of simplicity that God acted. Teach us also to trust without demanding immediate signs, without bargaining with heaven, but by truly surrendering what weighs upon us. The faith that saves is not the one that controls time, but the one that abandons itself. Our Lady of Lourdes, receive now this specific request that we make in silence. You know what it is. You know the name of this cause, the impact it has on our lives, and the consequences it brings if it is not resolved. Present it before God with the care of a mother who never grows tired of interceding. Let nothing be forgotten. Let nothing be ignored. If there are paths we do not perceive, show them. If there are decisions we need to make, guide us. If there is something that needs to be healed before the miracle, touch it with gentleness. May the heart, even while still waiting, find security. May the soul, even in the midst of urgency, feel that it is being accompanied. May faith not depend on an immediate result, but be strengthened in the certainty that God is acting, even when we do not see it. Our Lady of Lourdes, in this fourth moment of the prayer, we offer to you what wears us down the most, the feeling of standing still while time keeps passing. When the days go by and the problem remains, the heart grows tired, the mind becomes confused, and hope begins to waver. You know this weight, Mother, because you know what it means to accompany in silence, to trust without seeing, and to sustain faith even when everything seems suspended. There are situations that demand an immediate response but find no human solution. There are causes that depend on an intervention beyond our strength, our organization, and even our understanding. It is precisely there that we place ourselves under your intercession. We do not want to control how God will act. We only ask that He act. We do not ask for long explanations. We ask for a concrete care that brings relief, direction, and security. Our Lady of Lourdes, visit now this area of our lives that seems stuck, where nothing flows, where doors do not open, where efforts produce no result. If there is something that needs to be removed, remove it. If there is something that needs to be rebuilt, rebuild it. If there is something that needs to come to an end so that the new may begin, give us the courage to accept it. Teach us not to measure God's love by the timing of the response. Help us trust that, even when the miracle has not yet fully manifested, the process is already underway. May anxiety not steal our peace. May haste not lead us to despair. May waiting not draw us away from faith. Mother of Lourdes, keep us in this space between the request and the response. Protect our hearts from fear. Sustain the hope that insists on remaining alive. May we feel, even now, that we are not alone, that this cause is being cared for, and that God, in His wisdom, has already begun to act. Our Lady of Lourdes, in this sixth moment of the prayer, we wish to offer what we often keep in silence, the fear of being disappointed once again. After so many periods of waiting, the heart learns to protect itself, not to create expectations, not to open itself completely. Yet today, Even with this caution, we choose to trust once more, not out of naivety, but because we know that trust placed in God is never in vain. You know, Mother, the wounds left by unfulfilled promises, by solutions that seemed close and then slipped away, by words that brought hope and were not confirmed. All of this weighs upon us when we ask for an immediate miracle. Therefore, we also ask for the grace not to harden our hearts. May faith not be suffocated by the fear of suffering again. May we learn to wait without closing ourselves off. Our Lady of Lourdes, help us to surrender not only the request, but also the way we wait. Teach us to trust without excessive anxiety, to wait without despair, to rest even when the problem still exists. May urgency not steal our inner serenity. May the desire for an answer not distance us from the presence of God. If there is something that needs to mature within us, let it mature. If there is something that needs to be healed before the response, heal it. If there is something that needs to be understood more calmly, clarify it. Dear Mother, sustain us in this time. May the heart remain open, trusting, and available. May we feel that we are being prepared to receive what we ask for, in the right way, at the right moment, with the peace needed to recognize God's care in every detail. Our Lady of Lourdes, as we remain on this path of prayer, we wish to deepen this offering even more, because there are pains that are not resolved with initial words alone, and there are urgencies that need to be presented with greater truth, more time, and deeper trust. Not everything that weighs on the heart is expressed right away. There are layers of suffering that only surface when silence is prolonged, and the soul allows itself to remain before you without haste. There are people who have carried this request for a long time. It is not something recent. It is a situation that has been pushed forward, managed, endured day after day, until reaching the point where it is no longer possible to pretend that everything is fine. At times, the plea for an immediate miracle is born precisely from this inner exhaustion, when human strength has been used to its limit and nothing remains except faith. Our Lady of Lourdes, you know the weight carried by those who wake up every day with the same problem on their mind. You know the weariness of those who try to keep hope alive, while everything around them seems to demand a solution that does not come. You know the heart that struggles not to give up, even when the answer feels far too distant. None of this escapes your notice. There are those living in a time when every hour counts, a time when a decision must be made, an answer must arrive, a door must open. There are those who live under constant pressure, trying to remain calm on the outside, while everything inside cries out for help. That is why this prayer deepens now, because it is not only about asking, but about sustaining the heart while the miracle has not yet fully manifested. Our Lady of Lourdes, help us deal with the interval between the request and the response, the interval between pain and relief, the interval between fear and peace. This in-between time is often the hardest, because it is where the mind creates scenarios, the heart grows restless, and hope is put to the test. Sustain us precisely there. Teach us not to interpret silence as absence. Teach us not to confuse waiting with abandonment. Teach us to trust that even when nothing seems to change outwardly, something is being cared for inwardly. That heaven works in a discreet yet precise way. That God does not act with delay, but with purpose. Our Lady of Lourdes, visit now the thoughts that repeat themselves and exhaust us, the anxiety that insists on returning, the fear that everything will remain the same, the concern of not being able to endure another day like this. Touch this restless mind with serenity. Touch this pressured heart with consolation. Touch this weary soul with rest. There are people who have prayed much and yet still feel guilty for being tired, as if faith required constant strength. But you know, Mother, that true faith is also revealed when the heart presents itself fragile, without answers, simply trusting. Welcome this simple faith, wounded yet sincere. Our Lady of Lourdes, if there is anything within us that needs to be reordered before the response, act with gentleness. If there is something that needs to be understood more deeply, grant light. If there is something that needs to be released, even with pain, grant courage. May nothing within us hinder the full action of God, but may everything be available to receive His will with trust. May this prayer continue to be a safe place, a space where we do not need to pretend strength, rush processes, or justify feelings. A place where we can simply be before you, trusting that every second here has value, that every word offered carries weight, and that every silence is also prayer. Our Lady of Lourdes, as this request continues to be presented, guard us from despair. Guard us from impatience that wounds the soul. Guard us from comparison with other paths and other answers. Teach us to live this time with inner dignity, with the serenity that is possible, and with real faith, even in the midst of urgency. May the heart, little by little, find balance. May hope be restored. May trust mature. And while the miracle has not yet fully manifested, may we feel that we are not alone, that we are being accompanied, cared for, and sustained by the love of God under your constant intercession. Our Lady of Lourdes, we arrive at this seventh moment of the prayer, bringing before you everything that has been spoken and also what we have not been able to express in words. There are requests that are clear, but there are also feelings that remain held in the chest, pains we do not know how to name, fears we try to hide even from ourselves. You know each one of them. Nothing we carry is unknown to you. At this moment, we completely place this cause into your maternal hands. We no longer hold on. We no longer try to control. We no longer insist on our own ways. We place before God, through your intercession, that which needs an immediate miracle, trusting that heaven acts with wisdom, love, and precision. Even if the heart is still sensitive, we choose to trust. Our Lady of Lourdes, may the faith we place now not be merely an impulse of desperation, but a conscious decision to surrender ourselves to God. May we leave this moment with lighter hearts, not because everything has visibly been resolved, but because we are no longer alone. Something has been offered. Something has been entrusted. Something has begun to move in the unseen. If the answer comes quickly, may we know how to recognize it. If it comes in stages, may we know how to wait. If it comes in a way different from what we imagined, may we know how to welcome it. May this request not generate constant restlessness, but serene hope. May the soul find rest even while waiting. May fear lose its hold. May trust grow. May the certainty of being cared for by God under your intercession become stronger than any concern. Our Lady of Lourdes, remain with us. Guard our hearts. Sustain our faith. And while the miracle is unfolding, grant us the grace to live this time with peace, balance, and deep trust in the love of God. Our Lady of Lourdes, we now conclude this moment of prayer with hearts more quiet and more confident. Not because everything has already been resolved in our sight, but because everything has been placed before God with sincerity, humility, and faith. What brought us here is no longer only in our hands. It has been offered, entrusted, and received under your maternal intercession. Receive, dear Mother, every word spoken, and also every feeling kept in silence. Receive the urgency that accompanied us, the tears that perhaps did not fall, the fears that still exist, and the hope that insisted on remaining alive. Nothing was lost. Nothing was ignored. Everything was presented with truth before the love of God. From this moment on, may the heart find rest. May the mind slow down. May the soul feel cared for. Even if the answer is still on its way, may we feel the peace of those who trust. Something has already begun. Something has already been touched. Something is already being guided by divine wisdom at the right time and in the necessary way. Our Lady of Lourdes, continue to intercede for this cause. Remain close as we wait. Sustain us on the days when faith wavers. Remind us, whenever necessary, that God does not abandon those who trust. May we pass through this time with serenity, balance, and the certainty that the care of heaven surrounds us. We surrender everything. We rest in God. We move forward with confidence, under your maternal gaze, certain that grace reaches those who place themselves with sincerity before divine love. Amen. Now that this moment of prayer has come to an end, remain for a few moments in inner silence. Allow the peace that was born here to accompany you throughout the day. Many people come to this prayer carrying the same cry, the same urgency, the same sincere desire to see a miracle happen when human strength is no longer enough. You are not alone on this path. Our Lady of Lourdes continues to intercede even after the video ends. The care does not stop here. This prayer is a place of support, a space you can return to whenever your heart needs rest, trust, and direction. If you feel the need, listen to it again and allow the words to find their place within you once more. On this channel, there are other prayers prepared to accompany different moments of life, always with welcome and faith. Remain with us, allowing yourself to be spiritually supported day after day. If this prayer touched your heart, like this video as a way of offering support and share it with someone who may be living through a similar situation. This simple gesture may be the means by which another person finds consolation today. If you are not yet subscribed, subscribe to receive the next prayers and continue walking accompanied. May peace remain in your heart, may trust grow stronger, and may you continue feeling supported, certain that God's care and the intercession of Our Lady of Lourdes remain with you.